ball drop to begin the game by the officials. The officials for this tournament, the head official, Mark Seidemann. The others are John Trutna and Jim Weaver. It's won by the Gauchos of Santa Barbara, going left to right. So UCSB with it. And now Santa Barbara with the ball. Has won the Pacific Coast Division 2 of the last 3 years, but last year came in 4th. Shot clock winding down. It's going to be exclusion time. Player up for Santa Barbara. UCLA guilty. The first exclusion. So power play here. 20 seconds for UCSB, the Gauchos. Passes it, and it is secured by the keeper for UCLA. Rachel Anderson with the rock. You see in the sidelines markers that are red. That's 2 meters. Yellow, 5 meter area. It'll be possession Bruins going right to left. UCLA A. Last season, UCLA was 6-1 in the regular season. Good for first in seeding, but came in third because it got bounced by Long Beach State in the semifinals, 5-4. Long Beach State was runner-up to Cal Poly last year, 10-3. Cal Poly had been last year's National Collegiate Club Championship runner-up. UCLA with the rock, no score. Over a minute into this one. Now inside the 2 in UCSB territory. And it'll be possession Bruins looking to pull the trigger. The defense is a little bit suffocating, and that is a touch ball. That might be a ball under. It looked like a hit ball, and it'll be possession Gauchos. Open daylight for UCSB. Now UCLA catches up. It's going to be exclusion time. Player up. It looks like the guilty party. It's UCLA this time, so Gauchos with the rock, and that's an offensive foul for UCSB. Couple minutes into the game, 0-0. UCLA going right to left in the Whitecaps now. Each of these teams, including this game, 2 games left in the regular season before next month in Los Angeles, having the Pacific Coast Division Championship Tournament. Last year, it was 3 versus 4 seeds in the final. We'll see if there'll be any more parity. There will be an ordinary foul. Possession, Bruins, UCLA. And then there's a shot clock violation. Possession, UCSB. UCLA and NCAA Division I varsity in the Pac-12. UCSB also a Division I varsity sport. Santa Barbara fires, but it is secured by Anderson. And it's going to be exclusion time. Player up for UCLA from the weak side. Now they can dribble it, take the time. So player up for the Bruins of UCLA A. The Gauchos need to play stout defense here. UCLA will continue its passing game. It's fired in there, batted down, and secured by the Gaucho keeper. Sorry, we do not have all the names available with us at this time. So UC Santa Barbara in the dark 0. Cal Los Angeles A in the white 0. Gauchos with the possession. UCSB with it. So UCSB started in 2010 and 2011. First season came in 5th. The following year 4th in the division. Then 2nd place in 2013. Came 13th place at 2013 National Clubs. 2014 2nd place in the division. 2015 was its first Pacific Coast title. Came 5th at National Clubs the following year, 2016. Not only the Pacific Coast champion, but defeated Michigan in the National Collegiate Club Championship title game. So national champions 2 years ago. Last year, 4th place in the division. So it's possession, Bruins. UCLA with it. Now fired. Boom! Shakalaka! 1-0 UCLA. The goal by, it looks like, Cat 4, Christine Wiley. Wiley gets the Bruins up on the board. A couple minutes or so to go in the first quarter. This is going to be a very good game. Might not be a lot of goals in this one. The last 2 non-exhibition games have been decided by a goal. Santa Barbara's last win against Cal Los Angeles was March 5th, 2016, 9-6. So, quite a few games in this matchup have been within a couple goals. There was even a 3-2 final by Santa Barbara over UCLA in 2012. Sometimes you play close and you don't score a lot. And it's possession, UCLA Bruins in the white, going right to left. Of course, Cal Poly A all but locking up the #1 seed in next month's Pacific Coast Championship Tournament. And that's another whistle. UCLA lost 5-3 to Cal Poly. And that's batted down and secured by the Gaucho keeper, but she lost control, so it's going to be a 2-meter corner throw for the Bruins and the Whitecaps, up 1-0. Maybe a couple minutes or so to go in this first quarter. Santa Barbara lost twice to Cal Poly A, 10-2 and 11-2. Santa Barbara is 4-2, both losses to Cal Poly A. Now close to the 2 in UCSB territory. And that's going to not go through. A lot of cheering going on the sidelines. Going left to right now is Santa Barbara. Gauchos with it. I believe 2 years ago won the national clubs. Backhanded, wide left. I think last year Santa Barbara was going to be unable to participate in national clubs regardless if it came in first due to financial reasons. For Santa Barbara this year would like to make up for last year's absence. It's going to be exclusion time. Player up for UCLA. 22nd power play. Inside the 2. Thinking about it. Pulls the trigger. That's wide left. Out of play. Possession. Santa Barbara. Maybe a minute or so to go in this first quarter. 1-0 team in the Whitecaps. UCLA A. The 5th ranked club over the 7th ranked Gauchos. These are 2 of 4 clubs in this division ranked. Cal Poly A is 2 and Southern Cal is 20. Southern Cal coming off a 7-5 win over UCLA B. Come from behind win. Trailed 3-0 to begin the game. Of course, it was 1-0 after 1. A couple goals in the second quarter. Ball is put down. It's going to be possession Gauchos. Got to be mindful of that shot clock. And time's going to run out. Very good first quarter so far we got here. It's UCLA A, the 5th ranked club in the white, 1. And the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos in the dark 0 with the goal by Cat 4, Christine Wiley. Got another 7 minutes in this first half to go, and we'll be back right after this.
Custom ball options. You'll see in my right hand here is a laser etched ball, and you can see that we have 5meter.com is the company that had these balls made. The two differences really with a custom printed ball is this ball is painted on, and the 5-meter ball is laser etched into the ball. This is exactly how it looks. And then we have our custom balls for schools, clubs, high schools, whatever you name it. Lots of people do it. And this is actually screened on the ball. but you have to do 60 balls on this side, 12 balls on the laser edge.
Check out this super sweet suit. If you're looking to customize your suit design, go to www.cap7.com.
Interested club teams or fans of certain club teams who'd like to see their institutions stream games when they host tournaments should reach out to the CWPA Director of Multimedia, John Weaver, at video at collegiatewaterpolo.org. Currently here in San Luis Obispo, pleasant outside. Not too bad. Nice and sunny. Not a lot of clouds out there. Currently, UCLA, the 5th ranked club in CWPA 1, UC Santa Barbara, the 7th ranked club, in the dark, nothing. So we enter our second quarter. UCLA A will be going right to left in the second quarter. Santa Barbara will go left to right. The Gauchos, two years removed from National Club Championship. Camera operator here is Harrison Woods for our first 4 games. You see the Gauchos coming back in. Don't be surprised if this game is going to remain tight throughout. And historically, this series, most of the times, both teams had scored single-digit goals. I think there have only been 2 occasions in which a team struck for 10 or more goals. On February 1st, 2014, UCLA won 12-5. And on March 7th, 2015, UCSB won 15-8. Otherwise, it's been under 10 goals in 11 of the 13 previous matchups that were not exhibitions. You see the official getting ready to throw it in the all-white. So right to left, UCLA. Left to right, Santa Barbara. This is our third of 8 games of the day here in San Luis Obispo, California. Possession now, UC Santa Barbara. Gauchos with the possession. I think Gwyneth Paltrow, Michael Douglas, alumni of Santa Barbara, if I'm not mistaken. That's fired to the right side. Boom! Shaka Laka! It's 1-1 on the goal by Cap 6. Santa Barbara strikes. So we have a tied game. Now UCLA with the rock. Looks like possibly Cap 14. Samantha Hartman with the rock. Santa Barbara now trying to play stout defense inside the 5-meter area in the UCSB zone. It's the top 10 matchup. Ordinary foul remains with the Bruins of UCLA. Still another ordinary. Trying to gain numbers in the white caps, going right to left on your screens. Shot clock winding down. That is a shot clock violation. You see Santa Barbara will take over. Something we've been seeing in our first few games today. Misuse of the shot clock. There's Cap 10 for Santa Barbara. And Cap 7. I'm sure we do not have all the names in front of us. We know that it's 1-1. Now we'll fire to the left side. Boom! Shaka Laka! Confirmation. Cap 6 does it again! And it's now Santa Barbara in the dark 2. Cal Los Angeles in the light 1. About a minute and a half into this second quarter. Now UCLA with the possession, going right to left. And there's another whistle. Still in the UCSB zone. UCLA now down 1. UCLA scored the first goal in the first quarter by Wiley. Now 2 goals to none here for Santa Barbara by Cap 6. Sorry, we do not have her name. It's 2-1. Gauchos looking to extend it. Gauchos have lost each of the last 2 meetings. Last 3 if you include an exhibition from last year. All 3 of those last 3 meetings, if you include the exhibition, have been decided by a goal. So this is a very good matchup we have. That's fired to the right side, wide out of play. UCLA with the ball. UCLA is tied in our rankings for 5th, along with Washington A. Washington A in the Northwest Division. How about that? 24 consecutive Northwest Division wins. It's going to be possession now. Santa Barbara, a couple minutes into the second quarter. Now we advance ahead. Another whistle. Now we go ahead. Fires. Deflected out of play. It should be a 2-meter throw. Good job there by Rachel Anderson with the deflection. The keeper for the Bruins. Santa Barbara looking for its first multi-goal advantage. UC Santa Barbara after this game will have USC later on. Not an easy opponent in our 6 of 8 games of the day at 1:30 Pacific. Southern Cal is also ranked at number 20. Southern Cal has never defeated the Gauchos. There always is a first time for anything here. That's actually Kirsten Hazard, the keeper for UCLA. 1A, not Rachel Anderson. She's Cat 1. There might have been a Cat 1 early on, but I see 1A, Kirsten Hazard, as the ball has been given to the official. And it's very nice to see when people are standing along the sidelines to get a good seat. Loving it here early on, about halfway through the second quarter. Number 7, Santa Barbara Gauchos in the dark 2. Number 5, UCLA A Bruins in the white 1. UCLA A is a game against UC Riverside at 2:30 Pacific. Only have taken on the Highlanders once, February of last year, won 11-1. Highlanders up and coming, second year. Now the timeout. Want to know how your team is doing in the CWPA? Well, go to collegiatewaterpolo.org/club/polls/women to find out if your team is among the best and in the top 20 rankings. Well, these 2 teams are top 10, but only 1 team from this division can go to the National Collegiate Club Championships at Mount Hood in Gresham, Oregon, May 4 through 6. Cal Poly right now seems to be the clear favorite in this division, but you never know. Last year, the top 2 seeds were knocked out in the division semifinals. UCLA, Santa Barbara were the top 2 last year. We were knocked out. And that one is not going to poke through. This is a rematch of last year's first place game. That is poked through. Boom shakalaka. Not 1, not 2. Taken more than a few times for Christine Wiley to get her second tally of the game, and it's now UCLA A in the white 2, Santa Barbara Gauchos in the dark 2. That was Cat 4, Christine Wiley with her second score of the game. UCLA led by as many as 1, Santa Barbara led by as many as 1. Don't be surprised if this game continues being tight. Our first game of the day was 11-3, Cal Poly A over Long Beach State. Second game of the day, 7-5, number 20, Southern Cal over UCLA B. Possession Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. Now thinking about it, fires to the left side. Oh, good deflection by Kirsten Hazard. Her eye has been on the prize. UCLA lost to Cal Poly A in February 10, 5-3. And with defense like that, you know how, you know why. They stay in games, despite looking bleak. And Hazard comes out. picks up the loose change, and it's possession UCLA with about 2 minutes or so to go in the first half. Now we'll have a couple minutes of halftime. Could be tied. Could be a 1 or 2 goal difference. We didn't expect anything different at this point. Around the 2-meter area, the red marker. Fires, that's over the playing field, out of play. Possession will go back to the Gauchos of Santa Barbara. UCLA also has a solid varsity women's water polo team. For those of you who might have heard recently, Hartwick has announced that after this season, no longer will have Division I varsity water polo. And the Division I soccer team is also going to be cut. So a lot of water polo clubs and teams have offered support for Hartwick and signed petitions. And you can go online to support Hartwick College water polo. And so to be possession UCLA. And it looks like it's exclusion time. Player up for the Bruins, looking to go back in front. And trailed by as many as 1 and led by as many as 1. Lost control of the ball. Top of the key. Thinking about it on the egg beater. Fires. Deflected out of play. Might have gone off the crossbar, so it's possession. Santa Barbara. Number 7 in the land going left to right. This might be one of those divisions that is hard to call. Even though Cal Poly, last year's National Collegiate Club Championship runner-up, lost by a goal to UC Davis, 8-7 in the final. Time running out in this half. Under ordinary on UCLA. It's going to be possession. UCLA. And shot clock went off. Not a lot of time left in this first half. Seconds to go. That is off the crossbar. Save there. Time about to expire. Perhaps Gauchos looking to go ahead into halftime. Covered there by Emma Shope, cap 6. 6 seconds left. 1 against 3. Offensive foul. Or a ball under. Now we'll have to get it off. Cannot. We got ourselves a very good game here in San Luis Obispo. It was 1-0 UCLA after one. It was a 2-1 UCSB run, which gives us the score of UC Santa Barbara in dark 2, UCLA A in white 2 in our 7 versus 5 matchup. We got a good one here. As we're switching sides, second half coming up on the CWPA Network.
Fully custom turbo water polo caps. The opportunities to design these are pretty much limitless. We can change the color of the piping. We can put any sort of logo. Here we'll see we've got Villanova Wildcats, and they keep their logos really consistent. The other thing I want you to understand and know that you can add a third number or even a fourth number if you'd like. The other thing you'll see with our caps here in 2016, we upgraded our ear guard, and we've created a specific hole here to put on the cap stringers, which helps to prevent the breakage on the caps.
Cap 7 is a small company that started out of the back of our garages, and we were doing clinics and camps around the country. We pride ourselves as a company with Cap 7 and Turbo to sponsor as much and give back to the sport as much as we can. Last year we gave over $250,000 back to the sport, and all our products are built by water polo players and for water polo players.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
The CWPA YouTube channel, your #1 video source for everything water polo. Check out our Tip of the Week series, Inside Water Moments, Highlights, Game of the Week, and more. visit youtube.com and search CWPA Water Polo. Also, keep an eye out for the new Tip of the Week library on collegiatewaterpolo.org. And now we are going to begin our second half in game number 11 of this two-day tournament. Cal Poly in St. Luis Obispo is currently 2-2. UC Santa Barbara in the dark caps and UCLA A in the white. UCLA A led 1-0 after 1. And it was a 2-0 run for Santa Barbara, and then the equalizer was scored by Christine Wiley of UCLA to make it 2-2. Wiley has both UCLA goals, and both goals, I believe, by UC Santa Barbara by the Gauchos Cap 6. So we do not have all the rosters. There you see the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. We switch sides here for the second half. UC Santa Barbara, the number 7 team in the CWPA, going right to left. UCLA going left to right. UCLA A, that is. This is the main team. I'm Scott Simaldeva Weiss, camera operator for this game, Harrison Woods, director of multimedia, John Weaver, Dan Sheridan, our commissioner at CWPA. CWPA is located in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, not too far from the second largest mall, we believe, in the U.S., King of Prussia Mall. Music blasting off here in St. Luis Obispo, home of the Cal Poly State Mustangs. Cal Poly A resumes play this afternoon against Cal Poly B. Should be a fun matchup. I think B will be the home team and A will be the visiting. Not sure if B is going to be getting a forfeit loss or it's just going to be a fun free-for-all type game. And again, it's 2-2, Santa Barbara in the dark and Cal Los Angeles A in the white. After this game, Game 12, our fourth game of the day, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Cal Poly B and UC Riverside. Riverside in its second season as a club. Now we're going to have to swim off. Ball is dropped by the official. And we're underway in the second half. Possession, Gauchos of UC Santa Barbara. Keep in mind, if we do not have a winner after the fourth quarter, we'll go to 2 3-minute overtimes. And why not? This is a very good game. We expected it to be this close and this low of a score. And it's now possession Bruins of UCLA A. Going left to right. The crowd seems to be growing a bit here at Anderson Pool. In fact, UC Santa Barbara, the last team to defeat Cal Poly in this division. Cal Poly is on the 10-game division win streak. It was last year, I believe, possibly at this pool, 10-8 in the regular season finale last year. So it's going to be exclusion time. Player up for Cal Los Angeles in white. Now like beater motion on the side. Now at the top of the wing, fires. Field block by the Gauchos. UCLA gets it back. Good feed there. Fire. Boom! Shakalaka. It's 3-2 on the goal by Cat 8. Aaron Hollander. Hollander got a great feed. I mean, really great heads-up play by Ellie Grizel, Cat 2. Well, it seemed like the goalkeeper for UC Santa Barbara clearly had it. And we have a incorrect scoreboard momentarily. And we got it fixed for you. It's 3-2. Cal Los Angeles. In the first couple of minutes of this second half. Keep in mind the last 2 non-exhibition matchups have been decided by 1 goal. There's a hold there. Offensive foul on the Gauchos. Gauchos, it might have been a ball under. It's going to be exclusion time from the weak side. Player up for Cal Los Angeles, looking to go up 2, be its largest lead. It's a 2-0 Bruin run. Team in the lead. 22nd power play. First couple of minutes of this second half and for the quarter. Now from the top, egg beater motion. fires off the top of the crossbar. Nice heads-up play. The keeper nearly lost it yet again. In the last sequence, the keeper lost the ball. Ellie Griselle, I believe, took it from her and gave a nice feed for Erin Hollander to deposit. Almost the halfway point, just about very soon in the second half, in this third quarter. 3-2, UCLA in the white. UCLA A, there's also a B squad. B squad lost to number 20 Southern Cal 7-5 in our previous game. Cal Poly won earlier. Cal Poly A 11-3 over Long Beach State. Now it's possession. Bruins look to gain even more momentum. And so going to be exclusion time again. Player up for UCLA. And a great second half to begin so far for the Gauchos. Defense suffering. Egg beater motion there for Christine Wiley. Hollander to Wiley. Wiley lost control. Ordinary hold there. Hollander lost sight of it. And it's going to belong to the Gauchos. Hollander got a little bit too pass happy and a little fancy. UCSB has a chance to tie it up yet again. It's 3-2, about 3.5 minutes into the third quarter. In the second half, it was 2-2 at the half. The last 2 goals overall have been by Cal Los Angeles, the 5th-ranked club in CWPA. That one's fired, tipped by the post, I believe, and it'll go back to UCLA. UCLA has won this division just once. It was 2001 over Utah. Had been runner-up 2007 to 11, all of those years. Also in 2004 and 2002. So how about 7 runner-up finishes in this division and just 1 championship? Defeated Utah in 2001 when Utah was in the Pacific Coast before going to Southwest and now in Rocky Mountain. Now to play, Gauchos again with the opportunity to tie it up. A couple minutes ago in this quarter, got some people bringing out the umbrellas in case the sun gets in their way. Make sure to go to collegiatewaterpolo.org. You can go to fans and look up hotels. You can get good hotel options for future CWPA club tournaments and possibly varsity tournaments as well. You must book a couple weeks in advance. Blocked there by the keeper. UCLA possession. That's either Rachel Anderson or Kirsten Hazard. Hazard had a few great blocks in the first half for the Bruins. And the Bruins up by 1. Trying to make it 3 wins in a row in non-exhibitions over the Gauchos. This is a rematch of last year's third place game. These were the top 2 teams. UCLA was 1, UCSB was 2. And it's going to be exclusion time. Player up. Minute and 40 to go in the quarter. We have a timeout. Shot clock will reset. See the officials here. Great officiating so far from the staff, including head official Mark Seidman and officials John Trutner and Jim Weaver. You can follow us on Twitter with the handle @CWPA Water Polo to fulfill your water polo needs. And also, we're on Facebook by typing Collegiate Water Polo Association. So this division, the Pacific Coast, 4 top 20 clubs. Number 1 right now is UC Davis. Number 2 is Cal Poly. UC Davis is in the Sierra Pacific. Cal Poly A played UC Davis last month in the UC Davis tournament. And Cal Poly lost to UC Davis 8-7. So this division schedule's tough. That's why there are 4 top 20 schools. And UC Santa Barbara, after this game, going to have a tough matchup with USC. UCLA has got a matchup against UC Riverside, a team that struggled to keep pace, but you cannot ever give up on a team. Yesterday, doing Northwest Division action, Oregon State, which lost to Washington A 13-10, had been up by as many as 3 in the first half, was up 8-6 at halftime. Oregon A lost an overtime game to Washington yesterday, 14-11. Scored the first 4 goals of the game. So, you got to make sure you can take nothing for granted. Now the timeout, UCLA with the ball, up 1. Fires. Good block there. And that one is put through. Boom, shakalaka. Aaron Hollander does it again. And it's 4-2 now, UCLA. The keeper for Santa Barbara could not get both hands out in front. Poked it in herself. Credit to Aaron Hollander. She's got both goals this second quarter. Got a minute or so to go left in this third quarter. There's a possibility here. Fires out of play. Should be goal throw. Now look for the outlet. Not sure how many dribbles there'll be. Dribbling up. There's some defense. UCSB sensing now this game starting to go in favor of UCLA A. That is out of the reach. Possession, I think, will remain with the Bruins. Some dead time here, trying to figure things out. CWPA Network has plenty of action scheduled for the next few weeks. Next weekend, I believe we plan on bringing you remote stream of women's varsity from Connecticut College. That should be exciting. So we haven't done varsity very often with our remote streaming program. So we have a stoppage here. UCLA will get the ball back. Up 2 goals now. UCLA can continue its edge. This will be an impressive win. So you can't count out the Gauchos. And that one is going to not go through. That one looked like it might have crossed the plane, but the keeper for UC Santa Barbara says no way. No goal awarded. And that is going to be stolen away. There is a foul. It was just an ordinary. There's Wiley. And that's fired in there. Boom, shakalaka. Ellie Gressel. Cat 2 gets her first goal of the game. Make that now. A 3-0 third quarter run for the team in white UCLA. That's a 4-0 run overall for the Bruins. And now the pace is favoring the Bruins with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Gauchos haven't scored since its second goal in quarter 2 to take a 2-1 advantage. Not looking good for UC Santa Barbara. And we're going to keep reminding you that the last 2 non-exhibition matchups were 1-goal wins by UCLA. Time running out in this quarter. The buzzer's about to sound. Got to fire one here. Fires, stop. Third quarter over. 3-0 run in the quarter for UCLA gives the Bruins a 3-goal edge through 3 quarters. It's number 5, UCLA 5, and number 7, UC Santa Barbara 2. We could be in for a great finish in the fourth quarter, which is coming up in the CWPA Network.
The Cap 7 Head Guard. This product was designed specifically to reduce the risk. You can't prevent a concussion, but you can definitely reduce the impact by wearing a Cap 7 Head Guard. The most important thing when you look at this cap specifically is the dimples. This has been tested by University of California, Irvine and been proven to reduce impact by 25%. To put the cap on specifically, you have to have your hair wet. Okay, it's just like putting on any sort of swim cap. So I want to hook it in on the front of my head and then pull it down around. It goes on really quickly and easily. If you try to put it on with dry hair, you're likely to pull your hair out and you're likely to rip the head guard. Now, depending on the cap you have, I recommend doing this in front of a mirror. But as you see again, hooking in on the front first, and even without a mirror, I can just feel around and slap the cap right on. I highly, highly recommend this for any full contact drills during practice. It's the no-brainer when it comes to reducing the risk. Cap 7 head guards, check it out at cap7.com.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weiger with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
Enjoying today's water polo action? The CWPA Network has more streams in store for the 2018 Women's Club season. Keep checking collegiatewaterpolo.org and visit our tentative schedule for the upcoming season under the multimedia section and remote streaming tab. A few clouds have showed up in the vicinity here in San Luis Obispo. Beautiful morning. It's 11:10 Pacific here in California. Only in each of the past many ever seasons, it's been all California as national club champions. From 2007 on, no team outside the state of California has been able to win the National Collegiate Club Championship. The last team to do so was Michigan State. UC Santa Barbara won it all 2 years ago, hoping to do so again, but the Gauchos are down 3 here. It's the largest deficit for either team. Largest lead for the Gauchos, UCSB, had been 1. So fourth quarter now, 7 more minutes of regulation. So in the fourth quarter, going right to left, the leaders in this game, number 5 UCLA A, and actually going left to right, UCLA A in white, and going right to left, UCSB Santa Barbara. UCLA A takes on Riverside at 2:30 Pacific. UCLA A plans on coming back against Riverside. Actually, at UCSB, 1:30 Pacific against USC. That will be another top 20 matchup. Number 7 UCSB and number 20 Southern Cal. So we have 7 more minutes in regulation. Santa Barbara needs to go on a good run here. And the Gauchos will start it off with a swim-off victory, going right to left. Santa Barbara needs to get on the board and get some stops here. And that's not what they need. Gauchos give up the ball. Cal Los Angeles with the ball going left to right. 11 of the previous 13 meetings between the two schools, the winner had single figures. Only twice the team scored double digits, so always going to be tight, mostly low scoring. Gaucho ball. There have been a few goals that probably could have been handled by the keeper for UCSB, but could not. UCLA's got a few lucky bounces, if you wish, put it that way. So about a minute into this final quarter regulation, 3-goal lead for the Bruins, who remain with Santa Barbara. Gauchos with the rock outside the 5, now at the 5, trying to draw contact. Don't necessarily draw contact. Fires, batted down by the keeper for UCLA A in white, going left to right. There's a short swiv there. It's Cat 12 and Defabach. Defabach will advance it. And it's going to be possession. Gauchos, UCSB. Good feed. That's a hold. And it will remain with Santa Barbara. Very curious why you would want to give the ball to your teammate when it's 1 against 2. Could be costly. Going left to right now is Cal Los Angeles A, number 5 in CWPA. Around the 2-meter hole. Common foul. Ordinary foul. There's Cat 10. Becca Campbell with the rock. Campbell. That's the bat. It's another ordinary. UCLA's shot clock winding down. And 30 seconds below. That's a good save there by the Gaucho keeper. Now, close to 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. UCLA in the white 5. Santa Barbara in the dark 2. Seventh game of the season for both clubs. In division play, that is. Gauchos outside the 2-meter area. 2-meter area is the red stripe. 5 meters the yellow. Fires. Good. Bat down by the UCLA A keeper. It looks like we have exclusion time. Player up for UCLA A. We've had a couple of those called from the weak side. So 20-second power play for the Bruins. Up 3. Another goal here. Could be costly. Could be too much for the Gauchos. The players trying to put their hands for a field block. It's out of the hands. Fires to the right side. And we got ourselves a 2-meter corner throw for UCLA. Might have been tipped by the keeper for the Gauchos. Got some fans sitting in stands beyond the end line. Here at Cal Poly State. Batted down, but not secure. Now trying to go for that field block. It's an ordinary foul. There is no hole. I don't believe that's going to count. That was after the whistle. So what I think is going to happen here is it's going to be sent back. No goal, but it is an exclusion time. Player up for UCLA. About 3+ minutes into this final quarter. 5-2. Bruins in the white. UCLA. Another goal here, and it could be too much to handle for the Gauchos. Fired it through. Boom! Shakalaka! That could be the dagger. By number 4 in white, Christine Lively. That's her third, sorry. She has 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. That's a 5-0 Bruin run. How about this? UC Santa Barbara. No goals in the first, 2 in the second, none in the third. This is a very good Gaucho team. Although both of the Gauchos' losses have been to Cal Poly A, 10-2 and 11-2. Struggling to get above the deuce. Only a couple minutes left in the game. It is possible to come back. You cannot get called for anything. You gotta not allow anything else. Will be an ordinary foul. You see Santa Barbara with the ball going right to left in the dark caps. Inside. That's a hold. And it'll be possession Santa Barbara. It will be a 5-meter free throw. Penalty shot for the Gauchos. The Cat 10 will hand it up to a teammate. And sorry, we do not have the Gauchos roster handy. Gauchos looking to get within 3. Fired through, deflected. Goodness. Goaltending has been stellar by UCLA. Still a 4-goal advantage. Couple minutes to go. UCLA with a 4-goal lead, looking to get a signature win. Each of the last 2 non-exhibition matchups have been decided by a goal. in favor of UCLA, including last year's third place game between the two squads, which was 7-6. It was one UCLA over second-seeded Santa Barbara. In the third place game, not first. And that's to the right side. Boom! Shakalaka! From long range. And that might have been number 2, Ellie Grizel, with her second tally. UCLA, the route is on. Bruins in white, 7. Santa Barbara in dark, 2. UCSB, the wheels have come off completely since going up 2-1 in the second quarter. The only quarter so far the Gauchos have gotten on the board. It's a 6-0 Bruin run. Yikes if you're a Gauchos fan. It was 5-2 entering this quarter in favor of UCLA. Coming up after this game will be our 4th game of the day. Game number 12. Overall, Cal Poly B and UC Riverside. First time we'll see those two teams today. We'll see both of them twice. And that's going the other way. About 2 minutes or so left in this one. 7-2, Bruins over UCSB. We're in the dark right now. Doesn't seem like there's any hurry up in the team, which is not a good sign. And 2 years ago, you won national clubs. You won your division as well. We have a lot to improve upon between this game and next month's Pacific Coast Division Championship. Kirsten Hazard again with another save. Passes it ahead. That's Cat 3, Rain Patel. Patel handed it off. Back to Patel. Patel getting guarded. It's Northern area against Santa Barbara. About maybe a minute or so to go. Another ordinary. Believe that's Contasta done. And that will be easy pickings. Not that easy, but a good pickup for the keeper for Santa Barbara. And it appears here that Santa Barbara can't get the win. 5 seconds left. Will fire. Will be wet. And how about this, folks? UCLA ends the game on a 6-0 run dating back to the second quarter. It was a 2-0 fourth quarter run. And UCLA gets its third straight victory over Santa Barbara. The final score, number 5, UCLA Bruins in the Whitecaps 7. Number 7, Santa Barbara Gauchos in the dark 2. Thank you for tuning in to the CWPA Network.